Namaste friends, my name is Amit Garg. Welcome to my channel Vedic Astro Amit. Today we have a very interesting transit discussion on Venus in the sign of Pisces, and it'll be with Rahu. So this transit will be from March 31st through April 24th. Venus goes in Pisces once a year, pretty much, and so Pisces is the sign of exaltation of Venus. Okay, so Venus is the planet of love. Now, in general, any planet that goes into its sign of exaltation, that means that planet may have a lot of ego. Okay, so people say exaltation is great. It is great, but be careful that you may exhibit a sort of laziness, as in, or a lot of ego that I am the best, or Venus is the planet of love and relationships, right? So in your relationships, there might be some element of ego. So be careful about that. Now, secondly, Venus is the planet of love. In Pisces, Venus means higher love. It is the unconditional love. It is the selfless love. See, this sign is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter. So basically, Pisces is a very, very auspicious sign. The two gurus, Devaguru and Datyaguru. Datyaguru is Venus, Shukracharya, and Devaguru is Brihaspati. So the sign is ruled by Brihaspati, the Devaguru, and the Datyaguru is exalted here. So both the gurus want to give here unconditional love and wisdom and knowledge. And so this is the sign of higher love. This is the sign of bhakti, devotion. So you got to find your ish, your the object of devotion. Okay, find who you are devoted towards. So that's the idea here. Now, this is very peculiar. This is very interesting transit because this is not just regular Venus in Pisces. Rahu is awaiting Venus. So Venus is going to meet Rahu. Rahu is illusion. Rahu is exaggeration. Rahu is expansion. And so what that means is this is the territory of unconditional love and selfless love and higher love. But just like Buddha, the night of his enlightenment, he was tempted by Mara, the demon, all the illusions, all the sensory pleasures that he was given the temptation for, right? So that's what's happening here. Venus, the last sign is of the zodiac, which is Pisces, about to reach the point of liberation, nirvana, moksha. And just before that, Rahu is sitting there to test you one final time. That's the final test. Do you, uh, do you, you know, uh, do you still have your the object of devotion is strong enough, or you may fall prey to illusion and maya and asuras and pleasures and lower levels of carnal desires. Okay, so that's the final test here. So you got to stay on your course. Also, see, Venus is kind of afflicted here because it's also in Papakartari. So that means so Rahu and Sun are on one side, and Saturn and Mars are on the other side. So Papakartari means it's surrounded by two difficult guys, two malefic people on each side. So Venus has got to be very strong. See, Venus is strong in Pisces, but so much going on. Head-on collision with Rahu about to happen. Then there is solar eclipse going to happen. Saturn and Mars on the other side. So you got to believe something, higher purpose, your passion. Find your passion, find your object of devotion, higher love, and then create something big. Venus in Pisces is creation. Venus is all the arts and things that we enjoy and love that give pleasure. Venus is healing, so this is the time for deep healing. Energy healing, past life regression, all of that. See, Venus in Pisces is great for all this, but Rahu being there, that is one of the big positives, is that it'll help you do, imagine big dreams, the wildest dreams. So that Rahu will help you with that. So as long as your dreams and hopes and wishes and your target is holistic and dharmic and sattvic, This is a fantastic transit. And then Rahu will also help you connect with the other planes of existence. So do energy healing, hypnotherapy, past life regression, astral travel, and healing at a very deep level, because Venus is Shukracharya. He was the guru of the demons. Shukracharya was the only one who knew the Sanjeevani Vidya. Okay, Sanjeevani Vidya is the knowledge to bring dead people back to life. Okay, the so big time for healing. Become a healer or heal other people. Heal yourself. Venus in Pisces is also abundance and wealth and luxury. Okay, enjoying the material wealth. Lakshmi is the Lakshmi. So big opportunities to work on financial projects, on luxury products, or wealth creation. That's the theme here. That's Lakshmi in Venus in Pisces is Lakshmi in its own sthana. In terms of remedies, you can do lots of remedies for Durga, because Durga is the deity for Rahu. So if we can, bring the positive energies of Rahu, that wealth will become 1,000 times. So Durga mantra, Durga Sapshati, Shri Suktam, any feminine, Shakti mantras will be powerful. Fridays are the days for you to worship during this 4-week period, or 3.5 week period. All Fridays are very auspicious, especially after sunset. On Fridays after sunset, do Shakti Puja, Shakti mantras, Lakshmi Puja. And then you can organize dinners with your, especially honoring the female, the Shakti, female power. And one caution, Venus is going to be in Pisces, so our desires may run wild. You got to check your desires. And one big remedy for that, especially with Rahu, because Rahu is Vata energy, air, pranayam. Lots and lots of pranayam will be ideal. That will bring the positive energies of this combination of Venus and Rahu. So, in a nutshell, we can make our devotion, our love, our bhakti 1,000 times more powerful during this transit. We can give birth to big things. Venus is even procreation, literally giving birth to a baby, right? So create some new things, massive projects, big dreams, wildest dreams. Imagine big things. Heal the planet, heal yourself, heal other people. Create wealth. Become a millionaire. Sky is the limit, but stay away from indulgence, stay away from carnal pleasures. Okay, chant mantras. So that's the idea of this transit. It's a difficult terrain. It's a difficult journey for Venus, but if we can stay on course on our with our devotion, with our bhakti, this will be fantastic. This will literally connect us to our object of devotion. So that's what's happening here. So now we'll look at all the 12 rising signs. So the idea is you want to create something, you want to focus on wealth, you want to focus on love and higher purpose, your passion, devotion, healing, imagination, all of that. But what areas specifically you can focus, again, depends on your rising sign. So we'll talk about all the 12 signs here. So for the Aries rising, as you can see here, this is number 1 sign, Aries. Venus is going to be in Pisces in the 12th house. And for Aries rising, Venus is the 2nd lord and the 7th lord. Just a reminder, we are looking at the sidereal zodiac, not tropical zodiac. So with the 2nd lord and the 7th lord transiting through the 12th house, what does that mean? First of all, this 12th house is a very significant house for Venus. Venus is usually very strong in the 12th house. 12th house, number 1, represents our bed pleasures. So Venus is very comfortable there. Venus is the planet of love and romance. And so now also 12th house is the house of losses. Okay, it's the natural house of Vyaya Bhava, the house of losses. So what does all that mean? First of all, as we discussed in the intro also, make sure in your relationships you do not have any ego. Okay, especially in your intimate relationships. This we're talking about Aries rising, and it's the 12th house we're talking about. So in your sexual relationships, intimate relationships, there's no ego. There's no place for ego. Now, this Venus in the 12th house is an excellent placement. It reinforces the 12th sign, Pisces. So it's a great placement for seeking higher love, which means devotion. Have focus your energies, your virya, your shukra, your the potent energy for bhakti, for devotion to some higher being, higher purpose, higher your own higher self. Okay, so really great time to cultivate unconditional love and selfless love. Okay, and as I mentioned, this is the final test for you. Rahu is coming towards Venus, and Venus has Mars and Saturn on the other side. So there's a big Papa Kartari. But this is your final test. Can you resist the temptations? Or will you seek higher love? Will you be successful in reaching your lover, like Radha and Krishna, right? So that's the energy here. And then also 12th house, as I mentioned, a house of losses. So think of what you want to let go. Is it your ego? Is it your base desires? Is it the lower form of love? Is it all the luxury and the material indulgence? Is it the expenditures and the feeling of showing off? That's important for Aries as well. Okay, so all of that. So think of things you want to let go of, and then also you can really make some donations voluntarily. So the best remedy I always suggest for anything to do with 12th house is voluntarily. So because 12th house is expenses and expenditure and losses. So why don't do that voluntarily in the form of donations? So make donations for like wedding of poor girls who are not able to afford their marriages, right? So, or donation for anything in the foreign countries. So that's one big remedy for you. And then also second house ruler sitting in the 12th house. So this is excellent time for making investments. Use your family wealth to make investments. Second house is family wealth, your accumulated wealth, your savings. And 12th house is investments. So this is great time to make investments, especially maybe in the foreign country or foreign stocks or things like that. So that's one thing you can do. Second is your speech will be coming from a very deep, higher place, like maybe from your subconscious mind. 12th house is subconscious mind, and second house is your speech. So you'll have really powerful speech during this time, and that'll be full of love and devotion and caring for other people, and that'll bring people together. That'll be very balancing. That's Venusian. And so Venus is super strong here, but you got to go past the illusion of Rahu. Rahu will really help you exaggerate or expand all of that you want to do, but you need to decide what you want to do. Okay, higher love versus lower love. And then seventh house in the 12th house as well. So that seventh house ruler. That means in your relationships, partnerships, be very careful. Do not have any ego. Do not have this carnal desires only. Okay. With your partner, you guys could do some kind of retreats. 12th house is ashrams and retreats, and go very deep in spiritual studies or experiences, and uh, even you can go to a foreign country for retreat. So working with your partner, and together you can strive towards a higher love or devotion or bhakti. This is also good for healing. Venus is the planet of healing. Imagine big, big dreams, wild dreams, and how you can heal the world, how you can heal the humanity. Access the healing power using your intuition, energy healing. All of that is very, very powerful during this time. Past life regression. And it'll help you. So just imagine the biggest possible dream, and the best the life you want to have. And all of that will manifest. This is the month of manifestation, purely highest form of manifestation and direct form of manifestation in a very beautiful way, in a Venusian way. So a great time to give donations, to do investments, to seek some higher love, together with your family or with your one-on-one partnerships, relationships. And also, one other caution is be careful in what you eat, because Venus is going towards Rahu. The second house ruler is going towards Rahu. So you may have tendency of eating junk food or tamasic food. Okay, so that's one caution. But otherwise, uh, great, great time to manifest things in your life, manifest luxury, abundance. Venus is the planet of money and finances, and that's the family wealth. You can grow the family wealth with your partner, maybe in a foreign country, make a lot of investments, and then give donations. So the Lakshmi, Venus is Lakshmi, and the Lakshmi grows when it flows. Lakshmi doesn't grow when you're accumulating. So give donation, that's how you'll get more Lakshmi. So these are some of the things for Aries rising. Now, next we'll see Taurus rising. Now, Taurus rising, as you can see, number 2 sign. For Taurus rising, Venus is your Lagna Lord, of course. Very important transit, and it's also your 6th Lord. And that's transiting through the 11th house. What is 11th house? 11th house is our desires. So this is a very, very important time for you to sort of, control your desires, because Venus and Rahu is like exaggeration of everything. Venus and Rahu could lead to like carnal pleasure. So that's the number one thing for Taurus, very important for you, because 11th house is all our wildest desires. So you got to control your desires. That's the biggest recommendation for you. Second thing is, don't have any ego issues with your friend circle on social media. Don't get too entangled in your friends. This is classic case of friends with benefits. Okay, you'll have lots of temptations to do things with your friends. And that it doesn't mean that you don't want to develop any relationships, deeper relationship with your friends. That's possible, but don't give in to just the pleasures. Pleasure seeking should not be the aim. A higher devotion, higher love. That's the meaning of Venus in Pisces. Now Rahu. Uh, See, it's up to us how we want to utilize the energy of Rahu. If we seek the higher love, then Rahu will really accelerate that process of reaching our goal, like Radha and Krishna. But if you're seeking pleasures and carnal, sexual pleasures, things like that, then Rahu will really be this master of illusion, and will make you feel that you're really happy. That's the best, like heaven on earth, but through just lower form of love, and all of that. So be careful. Very, very important. Secondly, do not show off your wealth. You may have temptation. 11th house is social media and friends and all of that. Venus is in Pisces is luxury. Rahu exaggerates that. So there's no need to show off how much wealth you have. Okay, uh, this is a good time to imagine big, have huge, big, wildest desires and dreams, but sattvic ones, in the positive direction. 11th house is financial gains. Venus in Pisces is all about money, abundance, Lakshmi, and Rahu will multiply that. Powerful time for you to focus on how you can grow your wealth. Uh, this is also Lagna Lord. So in other words, you can say how you can improve or increase your self-worth, self-wealth, right? So which is your personality, who you are. Discover who you are. Really big, big chance for you to figure out who are you devoted to, where you want to focus your higher love. This is the month that'll really tell you. Okay, I mean, you may already have a deity or some god or goddess that you're very inclined towards. Then you do a lot of sadhana, a lot of mantras, and worship of that god goddess. So continue to do that. But if you don't have somebody or some deity like that, this is the time you'll figure out. Okay. Then the Lagna Lord also, this is all, see, the Pisces is the sign of letting go as well. So you may want to let go of your ego completely. Lagna Lord in the sign of Pisces, let go of your ego, and then you'll rediscover who you are. You'll find out who you are, right? 6th Lord, it's all about health. Focus on healing, not just healing yourself, but healing other people as well. Venus in Pisces is sky is the limit. Not even sky. Go beyond the sky. Go to the other universes, planes of existence, to heal yourself and heal other people. Okay. And then also 6th house is the enemies. So this is the time to be very gentle on yourself. Your Shadripus, Kama, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. Those enemies, this is the time for you to really be gentle, but you could also use the Shakti, the power of the goddess, to slay the inner enemies, the 6 Shadripus. And then, of course, externally also, this is not the time to be aggressive like a Martian warrior. sixth lord going in the sign of Pisces and facing Rahu. So this is the time to be very diplomatic, very gentle, in a feminine way. But yes, if there is like, need, then seek protection of Durga. She will protect you in fighting your enemies. That's the sixth house. Okay. And also not a good time to take on new loans or debts, and any of that. But this will be really good to think about how you can grow your finances. Okay. And good period, as in terms of remedies, watch the introspection, but also some of the things you can do is um, just give donation for health related causes. Okay. Do some volunteer related work related to health. And so those are some of the extra remedies you can do as a Taurus rising sign. Next is a sign of Gemini, Gemini rising, number 3 sign here. So for Gemini rising, Venus is the 12th lord and the 5th lord. A very important planet for love and, bed pleasures and for retreats, foreign travel, all of that, and for children. It's transiting through your 10th house. So first of all, 10th house. Let's talk about 10th house. See Venus in Pisces with Rahu. This is the time to find your passion. Okay, so not just settle for like a job or a something to pay your bills. Find your passion. I mean, you can still, of course, keep doing your job or whatever business or thing you're working on right now. So if you haven't found your passion, this is the ideal time to find your highest love, devotion, and passion in your life. Devote your life to that. Set things in motion. At least start thinking and start planning, and you'll get the answers. What is your passion? Number 2, big time for creation. Of course, creating in all things Venusian, like art, dance, painting, healing, and all of that. But create things for your career. That's the 10th house. Uh, Build something big, big projects, big dreams, the wildest dreams, what you want to do with your life. Create something new for your career. Um, Number 3 is, build wealth for your career. Build wealth as in, start thinking of projects or things that will bring in money. If you work on your highest passion and create things, then wealth will follow. Now, also, this is a good time for investments or doing projects in the foreign countries, and or dealing with the foreign people. And also, you may find love at work, with a foreigner, or during your foreign trips, you may find some romantic connections and love. All of that is possible. Now, don't show off your wealth at your work. Okay. This is also the time of letting go. Okay. So what things you want to let go? Old habits or old ways of doing things at work, or even old businesses, old uh, kind of line of work that you're not suited for. So all of that, and then also be very careful with your ego at work. That's very, very necessary. Any exalted planet gives you a lot of ego. So 10th house, exalted Venus. Be very careful. The other thing is be on the guard for any illusion. Yes, this is the time to think big, big projects, creation, higher devotion, finding your passion, all of that, wealth creation. But don't be just doing imagination. Don't be daydreaming. Don't be under the spell of Rahu, which could give you a lot of illusions. So you have to be very careful, and especially Mercury is going to be retrograde through most of this duration, starting 2nd of April. So you got to be careful. Think logically. Yes, you can imagine. You can do things not of this 3D dimensions, but be careful again. And the remedies, when you do remedies, Durga mantra, Sri Suktam, the ones we mentioned in the intro section, and along with that, some other things, you can give help and support to your co-workers in your work, in your job. 12th Lord in the 10th house also means There could be like travel to the far off places, or doing some kind of unconventional, or like retreat for your work, so you can combine your work and spiritual retreat, things like that. Um, and then also fifth lord. So very important that you're very pure and don't have any illusions in your romantic relationships. You may actually get a lot of opportunities to meet new people. If you're looking for a romantic partnerships during this time, you'll get lots of opportunities, but there could be a lot of illusion because of Rahu, or you may have a lot of ego issues in your romantic relationships. So, in your romantic relationships also, I would encourage you to find the higher love. Don't be settling in for just the Venus exalted in Pisces with Rahu, which could give you um, the desire for, more like sexual kind of relationships. Rather, try to find the higher purpose, higher meaning in your romantic relationships. For your children, really big period, big time for uh, to help your children create something big, and maybe get into healing, artwork. Any kind of artwork will be excellent for them. Creation, fifth house is creativity anyway. Venus in Pisces is absolutely big for creativity. If you're trying to have children, this might be a good time. Um, Build wealth with your children. And then let go of any old ways of thinking and things like that, with respect to your children, or in your connection with your children. Your relationship with your children may change. Okay. Again, the caution is because Venus is still Papa Kartari. Venus is going towards Rahu, so there could be illusions and things like that. So stay grounded, but think big. Create something beautiful. Learn some new skills with your children. And also good time for, in fact, for higher education, things like that, for that will help with your career, with your profession, or with your goal overall. Okay. So that's for the sign of Gemini. Next is Cancer. For Cancer, Venus is going to be in Pisces in the ninth house, as you can see here. Number 4 sign is Cancer. 11th Lord, so your 11th Lord and your 4th Lord, that's Venus, is going to be in the ninth house. So big connections with the finance, the money house, and your home and real estate. So great time to maybe invest in real estate luxury projects as well. That's a big indication. But again, the caution is for all the signs to make sure that you're not under the spell of illusion of Rahu. Okay. For that, you have to have the ultimate goal has to be that you have a devotion to some higher being, higher love, aim for higher love. Okay. So wealth creation is a big theme. 11th Lord is all about finances and money and financial gains. That 11th Lord is going in its sign of exaltation. That 11th ruler is Venus anyway, the planet of money and abundance, Shri Lakshmi, and it's sitting in the Shri Lakshmi Sthana, ninth house. Ninth house is the Lakshmi Sthana, the Lakshmi house, with Rahu. So Durga Puja will be excellent for you to manifest abundance. Lakshmi Puja, Shri Suktam, all the remedies we discussed in the intro section as well. And you can do big things with your gurus. Great time for pilgrimage, long distance travel. Create something beautiful that will bring in abundance and financial wealth. Fourth house sitting in the ninth house means, connection with father and mother both. Do things with your father, create things with your father. Maybe renovation projects at your home, or even a bigger home. Make your home more beautiful, aesthetic. Create something new in your home. Learn new skills. And maybe even a new vehicle. That's a possibility. Find your inner happiness. Again, for Cancer, also very important that you will discover your passion. What gives you inner happiness? That's the fourth house. So the fourth house ruler is really strong, exalted. It just has to cross Rahu. Okay, so don't be caught up in the illusion of Rahu. Then you will find what really gives you inner happiness. This is the time for contemplation. Sit at your home, make your home a sanctuary, and then discover what gives you inner happiness. Find your higher love, your passion, and create new things in that area. So this is a great time, and also spend time with your sangha. Devotion, bhakti yoga is it is what Venus in Pisces is all about. Okay, so all of those things, and um, ninth house is also the Bhagya, right? So this is Venus sitting in the Lakshmi sthana. Venus represents Lakshmi. Bhagya means the luck. So the luck may shine upon you during this month. Do lots of chanting. You can give donation for the gurus. You can give donation for higher studies. This is a great time to get into some deeper studies. And then also, long distance travels for spiritual purposes, for higher goals. So that's indicated. So that's for the sign of Cancer. And next we'll talk about the sign of Leo. Next, we'll talk about the sign of Leo. Leo rising, number 5 sign. So for Leo rising, Venus is your 10th lord, and Venus is your third lord that is transiting through the 8th house in Pisces. 8th house is Pisces. So what things happening here? See, 8th house is the house of secrets. Okay, so Venus in Pisces going towards Rahu. Be careful not to have any hidden secrets because those will come to surface. Especially Sun is there for the first half of this transit, right? So anywhere Sun goes, that area doesn't get hidden anymore, doesn't remain hidden anymore. So make sure there are no, dirty secrets or hidden secrets. Second is Venus in the 8th house. In general, Shukra in the 8th house gives you the power as much as power as Sanjeevani Vidya. In other words, you can literally bring dead people back to life. Venus in 8th house are big healers. And so this is your chance. Now, Sun has this is giving you the support first half of the month. It's going to eliminate that area of life. Rahu there. Rahu in the 8th house means you're a fearless seeker. See, 8th house is the secrets of the universe as well. Things that we cannot see, most people cannot see on the surface. But Rahu makes you fearless, as in, you go to the depths of the ocean to find the pearls of wisdom, but then you get afraid. That's 8th house. It's dark. It's the bottom of the ocean. But Rahu says, hey, you can do it. Rahu leads you to the uncharted territories. That's Rahu in the 8th house. Now we got this amazing combination, Sun and Venus and Rahu, all three in the 8th house. This cannot get better than that. For Leo rising, your Lagna Lord is there. Leo is going to illuminate your path. Rahu is going to make you fearless. Venus is going to give you Sanjeevani Vidya. So deep dive into esoteric wisdom. Become a healer. Heal other people. Heal the planet. Heal yourself. Learn some energy healing or hypnotherapy or esoteric subjects. Make it a profession. That's 10th Lord visiting the 8th house. And then third Lord also, so learn new skills, lots of creativity. Be very, very creative in learning the healing arts. Also creating wealth from other people. 8th house is wealth from other people. Wealth management, finance, banking, actual financial management, wealth management for other people. That's very much indicated here. Sky is the limit, imagination. Just think of the big projects, big things you can do. Really excellent time for communication in a very Venusian manner, but big scale. Third house is communication, networking, marketing, sales, all of that. And you can do that at a very deep level. You can emotionally touch people, connect to people. Learn a lot of new skills. That's third house. Okay. Stay away from temptation for carnal desires or for like the hidden things or the forbidden things, I should say. Okay. So there will be lots of temptation to go into this unknown territory of forbidden things or things that are not sattvic, dharmic, holistic. Okay, so potential to create some dirty secrets. That's possible here. That's one big caution. Now for Leo rising, the remedy, in addition to things we discussed in the intro section, one big remedy is let go. 8th house is letting go. 8th house is the house of excretion. It's the anus. So let go of things that are not serving you in the areas of love and relationships and romance. Okay, so that's all for Leo rising. Next, we'll see the Virgo rising. Okay. So for Virgo rising, we have Venus is the second lord and Venus is the ninth lord. So it's a very, ninth lord is the Lakshmi Sthana and it's transiting through your seventh house. So it will activate your relationship, your partner. Either you are Lakshmi or your partner is Lakshmi, right? So this is going to activate your seventh house in a very big way. You will discover, your object of devotion. You will develop the higher love and devotion and bhakti for something or somebody. You could do that along with your partner. Okay, so that's seventh house. There may be temptation to get into unconventional relationships or seeking carnal pleasures, desires. Seventh house is the house of desires. So that's a big caution for Virgo. Stay on course. Do not get tempted by, the Mara, the Asura, the demons, the illusion of Rahu on your path to reaching moksha liberation, because Venus is trying to get to the end of the zodiac, end of Pisces, but Rahu is standing in between, giving you temptation, because for Virgo, it's the seven, it's all this Maya, all this uh, this transit is taking place in the seventh house of one-on-one partnerships. There will be lots of temptations. People may come in your life and, hey, let's have some fun. That's going to be for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You can use your imagination, create something beautiful, heal yourself, heal your partner. You both can learn healing together. This is the time, if you want to keep your mind busy, as in away from temptation, the big theme for you is wealth creation, because second house is family wealth and wealth creation with your partner. Okay. That's one area you can focus your energies, big projects, create something that will bring in wealth, learn some new skills. Okay. Good time for communication with your partner. Very Venusian, gentle communication, where you're balancing, stay away from ego. Venus is going to be exalted. Exalted planet may have a lot of ego. So do not want to have any ego in your relationship, because it's the seventh house. Okay. Do not have any secrets in terms of your relationships. Develop some good eating habits with your partner. Okay. You can learn, you can develop a relationship with your gurus, as in, higher spiritual relationship with your gurus. Good time to travel, go on a pilgrimage with your partner or with your family, second house as well. Higher studies on any spiritual subjects, that's ninth house ruler. Okay. So that's the transit of Venus in exalted in Pisces. There'll be solar eclipse. There'll be, Venus has to go past Rahu, but excellent time to rise above our carnal desires. Good time for bhakti and devotion. Okay. Next is the sign of Libra. So Libra, extremely important transit. We are talking about your Lagna Lord, Venus. So Venus is the Lagna Lord and Venus is the eighth Lord. See, Venus is a very interesting planet for Libra rising. It represents the eighth house, which is all the hidden secrets, depth of the ocean, secrets of the universe. And then Lagna Lord is you and yourself. Okay. It is going to transit through the sixth house. So that means the focus will be on service, how you can serve other people, help other people. Venus in the sixth house doesn't do really well in terms of relationships in general, because sixth house is the loss of relationships. So you got to be careful here. So first, this is, Venus this may represent lots of, but also big thing is there may be a lot of temptations. Okay, so that's the idea. So it's not that, it's bad or anything. There will be lots of temptations in terms of relationships or extramarital, or just like the Mara, the temptation of sexual pleasures or carnal pleasures. Lots of opportunities for that. That may affect your relationship. So if you stay away from that, if you focus on higher love, if you focus on devotion and bhakti, this will give you amazing results for your relationship and for yourself. That's your lagna. You'll see huge transformation. Good time to create things for yourself, and deep dive into healing, understand secrets of the universe, and you can also work on your health. Sixth house is the health. Heal yourself at a very deep level. Okay. Good time to imagine what kind of person or life you want. That's the Lagna Lord. Sky is the limit. I mean, this is the Pisces. Venus in Pisces gives you all the imagination, intuition, and higher, access to the subconscious mind. So focus on hard work, focus on your health, focus on devotion and service to other people, creating some things in these areas, and going to the depths of the ocean to reveal the secrets of the universe, the purpose of your existence. That is eighth house and Lagna Lord transiting through Pisces. Okay, so that's for the sign of Libra. And next, we'll talk about Scorpio. So for Scorpio rising, we have Venus is the 12th lord and the 7th lord. So extremely important planet for relationships is the 7th lord and the 12th lord. Now, in any case, for Scorpio, it's the Lagna lord is Mars. So it's this combination of Mars and Venus energy we're talking about here, which is all about relationships. So what's happening is Venus is transiting through your 5th house. First of all, you got to be very careful with your romantic relationships. There'll be lots and lots of temptations, lots and lots of opportunities to just have fun. Because Mara, the demon, the temptation, that's Rahu, illusion, that's directly approaching Venus, the planet of love. And that's going on in your 5th house. Okay, so be very careful. But otherwise, yes, if you want to go on the path of devotion and higher love, great time to partner with your romantic partner and do things together, as in chanting, devotion. 5th house is mantra, right? So any kind of chanting, especially all the mantras we discussed in the intro section. Really good time to do chanting with your spiritual partner or with your children also, and with your students. So if you're a teacher, excellent time to do chanting. 5th house is mantras and chanting and subordinates and students and disciples. Okay. Now, 7th house ruler and 12th house ruler. So that in general represents loss of relationship in a way. So you want to let go of your ego in your romantic relationship, in your one-on-one partnerships, in your relationship with the foreigners. You got to let go of ego, because Venus is going to be exalted. Exalted planet may have a lot of ego. And we're talking about relationships. Okay. Good time to create wealth with your partner, to create wealth with foreign people, trips abroad. Good time to also focus on healing, doing some deep healing with your children, or encouraging your children to, explore those areas: wealth creation, healing, skill development, creation of something big, and bhakti and devotion and all of that. The 5th house is anyway house of creation, creative energies. So imagine, think big, be compassionate, and create something beautiful. That's the energy for this transit for Scorpio rising. Next is the sign of Sagittarius. So Venus is going to be in the sign of Pisces, and Venus is your 6th lord, and Venus is your 11th lord, and it's going to be transiting through the 4th house. So for 4th house Venus, first of all, it's going to help you discover what gives you inner happiness. This is Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. And so Venus wants to go to the edge of the end of the zodiac, but Rahu is standing in the way. So you got to go past the illusion of Rahu, and then figure out what makes you happy, gives you inner happiness. So for that, you have to have some object of devotion. Are you devoted to somebody or something? some higher being, some deity, some god or goddess? That's the question. So you either you'll figure out who you're devoted to, or if you already are devoted, then just go full force on your devotion. Do lots of bhakti and chanting, and figure out what makes you happy from within. Renovation of your current home is very much possible. Make it more beautiful, Venusian way, or investments in real estate. Be careful with any kind of illusion though, because Rahu is still approaching Venus. You can think big, luxury apartments, things like that. Wealth creation. It's the 11th Lord sitting in the fourth house, going through Pisces, exalted Venus. Venus is the planet of money and wealth. And in case of Sagittarius, it happens to be the 11th Lord as well, which is the brings financial gains. So big opportunity to create, wealth through real estate, home renovation, or through any projects with your friends. That's 11th house. One big caution is be careful with your desires, because 11th house is our desires, and Venus approaching Rahu means Mara, the demon, may exaggerate things, and it may entice you with lots of hope for pleasure, things like that. So keep your desires in check. That's a big advice for a Sagittarius. But otherwise, Sagittarius is ruled by the Lagna Lord is Jupiter. And so Venus is exalted in the sign of Jupiter. So it's a very, very positive placement. And the Lagna Lord itself is placed in the, next sign in the fifth house. So really solid placement for you to elevate your spiritual progress, create wealth, learn some new skills, do service. That's the sixth Lord. Heal other people, heal yourself. That's sixth Lord. So create some things, and you can work with your mother. You can be a mother, discover this motherly love within. So that's all indications for Sagittarius rising. So next we'll talk about Capricorn. Now for Capricorn rising, number 10 sign, Venus is the 10th Lord and Venus is the fifth Lord. Okay, so Venus is a yoga karaka for Capricorn. So really, really positive planet for Capricorn rising. And it is going through its sign of exaltation. What better can you ask for, right? So the yoga karaka planet is going to be exalted in the third house. Now Rahu is sitting there, so we'll see what that means. First of all, an amazing placement or transit for you to learn some new skills. That's third house. What kind of skills? Those could be Venusian skills like art, dance, painting, music, cooking, being a chef, and also wealth management, wealth creation. It's the 10th Lord also involved. So that's all your work, your profession, your business. So you can create a lot of wealth. Creation is the theme, even procreation, because we're talking about fifth Lord, that is children. Good time to have a child, think about planning for a child. But also fifth house is creation. You give birth to a lot of creative ideas. Be careful about any ego issues with your children or ego issues at your work or ego issues with your younger siblings, because Venus is going to be exalted and an exalted planet can give you a lot of ego. Okay. Now, third house is our courage. So you'll be courageous. I mean, Rahu is sitting there giving you strength to be the fighter. This 3.5 week period is good for you to make short distance travels, say within the city, to expand your business. Good time for communication, networking, marketing, and sales in a very Venusian manner, very artistic and appealing aesthetic manner. Okay. There could be, temptations in terms of romantic relationships. There'll be lots of opportunities. Fifth Lord is involved here, but be careful. And the caution is, the recommendation is to focus on higher love rather than lower mundane kind of love. Okay. And this may give you name and fame. I mean, the Rahu will give you 100 times more powerful results uh, versus the normal transit of Venus in Pisces. Okay, so whatever Venus in Pisces represents, which is luxury and wealth and skills and creation and love, higher love, devotion, healing, all of that. So Rahu will make that 100 times more powerful. You just need to be careful that you don't fall prey for the illusion, for the Mara, for the demon. Okay, so don't go astray. Stay course, follow the higher love, the higher purpose, your passion, and this will be a very, very fantastic transit for you, given that it's the Yoga Karaka planet being exalted. Okay. Next is the sign of Aquarius. For Aquarius, Venus is going to be in your second house of family wealth and accumulated resources. Exalted Venus in the second house. It's all about financial management of your family wealth, how you can grow not 10 times, 100 times your family wealth. Okay. Uh, Connected with the family and mother and father, fourth lord and ninth lord in the second house. So involve all your family, how you can build your wealth, make it 100 times more abundance, wealth creation. Also, a good time for speech. You know, your speech will be very powerful. Exalted Venus in the second house, almost like a Saraswati yoga. Okay. Mercury is going to join as well for a portion of this transit after being retrograde. Okay. And so also this is a good time, say, for real estate or for pilgrimage, higher studies, investment in real estate. That's what I meant. Home renovation. Okay. Doing things together with your family is the big thing. Maybe cooking meals together. Learn cooking from your mother. That's fourth lord. Okay. Stay away from ego with respect to your family, with respect to your mother, with respect to your father, with your gurus, all of that. So that's one caution. And also, this is the time for big projects, creation at a very big scale, but also uh, be careful with the illusion of Rahu, the Mara, the demon. Okay. So those are the indications for Aquarius rising. Next, we'll see Pisces. Pisces, this is, amazing time. All this drama, all this exalted Venus is going to be in your Lagna. And your Lagna Lord is in the second house. So Venus is trying to get there. So your eighth Lord and your third Lord, Venus is your eighth Lord and your third Lord. It is sitting in your Lagna and it's exalted. So what does all that mean? This is the time to discover who you are, to really have this object of devotion, higher purpose, higher love. Love yourself first. Okay. You'll discover who you are. What's the purpose? What's your passion? Uh, Eighth Lord will reveal a lot of secrets for you. Eighth Lord transiting the Lagna means all the secrets of the universe, why you exist, what is the purpose of your birth, what's the purpose of this whole universe. All those secrets will be uh, coming directly to you. They'll be presented to you in the Lagna. Think big, imagine a lot of things, go to the subconscious mind, uh, tap into the energy, the healing energy of Pisces. Heal yourself, heal the world around you. Okay, learn some new skills. Third Lord in the Lagna, big transit for creativity. Okay, you can handle wealth. Maybe you may get inheritance. Eighth Lord in the Lagna. But there could be a lot of change and transformation in your love, in your relationships, and even in relationship with yourself. Okay. There could be temptations, there could be illusion, as in Rahu sitting in the first house does give you that kind of illusion that, uh, who you are. You may not see the clear picture. So remedies we discussed in the intro section, those will be really good for you, powerful for you to break through that illusion and find the inner truth, the higher purpose, the devotion, and learn new skills and create wealth. So that's for the sign of Pisces, Pisces rising. So if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. We're going to have a few courses starting in the month of April, very in-depth and comprehensive courses. And you can join those and also watch the other videos on transit. Lots happening right now in the skies. Very, very important period. This April month is very, very busy. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.